Welcome to day 3 of our 7 days of healing activations for the new year. I am so excited about sharing the session for today and was so delighted when Archangel Sandalphon let me know that we were going to be doing this session today. So today we're going to do a no BS manifestation session. We've got a lot of false information on the internet, we all know, right? But manifestation is one of those areas where lies are rampant and they actually make us feel worse as a collective. And of course, if we're doing this healing work, it's to diminish suffering. So I want you to take some nice deep breaths. Now, Archangel Zadkiel is already with us right now with the energy of the violet flame. He's placing each one of us in a violet light pyramid. I want you to imagine yourself, however you are now, sitting or lying down in this pyramid. We're going to start releasing some blocked emotions in the body. Now, this is really important before we do our focused manifestation work, because toxic emotions will do one of two, they can do a few things, but one of two major things when it comes to manifestation. They will either block us from, living a life of peace, joy, contentment, fulfillment, what we're intending to do, or they will counter manifest. They will actually supercharge or just continue holding space for what is not wanted. Even beyond continue holding space, it will continue to anchor what is not wanted, the unwanted themes of our lives. And while it really feels so much like we're dependent on what's going on out here, it's this internal world that is responsible for our experiences. So let us take some nice deep breaths together with a focus on our exhales. You can do a gentle sigh of relief, release, or you can do a quite powerful letting go. Now, what we're going to invite you to do is first work along the shoulders and the neck. The shoulders and the neck, just give a nice gentle rub, a nice massage to the neck and the shoulders. So letting the tension go, letting the heaviness go, especially when we're working around the shoulders. And go ahead and go into the chest area. Just releasing some sadness and some grief. Letting go of sadness and grief. Heaviness from our system. Think about how we hold ourselves when we're in a place of sadness and grief. And all these emotions, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just if we stay in lower emotions and we don't move through them, they're not meant to be a continued state of being for us, just an experience. So let us first just acknowledge that we are not our emotions. And as permanent as they may feel, they are a moment in time. are not infinite. They are moving and changing. But we're taking our power back when it comes to emotions right now. We're in charge. Not the outer world. The outer world isn't in charge of how we feel. We're in charge of how we feel. So go ahead. And as you're breathing, get just really intent on the fact. Get really strong in knowing that you're not going to let these heavy emotions lead the show, run the show anymore. Because it's harming you and it's keeping away from you that which is yours by divine right. Feeling at peace is how you're meant to feel. Not all the time, but we want it to be at a pretty high set point. A normal for you. So let it go. Okay, so if you're feeling pretty good in these areas, go wherever you want to next. You can massage the scalp, the face, the back, torso, but we're gonna deep dive in the torso, so don't feel like you have to spend too much time there right now. You can work with the legs. Just give yourself a good massage, just I'm willing to let go of the energy, of the emotions that keep me from anchoring into my life what I truly desire. Okay, so now we're ready to work with the abdomen. We're going to place, you can do a couple things with your hands right now. You can either put one on top of the other, or you can interlace the fingers, but you're going to rub the abdomen in a circular motion. You're going to go down on the left side of the abdomen and up on the right. Down on the left and back up, circling around on the right. Down the left, up the right. And I want you to breathe out through the mouth. There's a lot of emotional energy here. We're letting go of resentment. We're letting go of anger, worry, fear. Just letting it all go. Letting go and letting the universe in. So as we're continuing to work, I just want you to pause for a moment here and with the massage and place your heart's truest desires on the ground of your pyramid. You're placing them in the hands of the divine. And we're going to ask archangels Zadkiel and Holy Amethyst, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, and all the beings of the violet light to help us release as much blocked energy, as much blocked emotion out of our field to support us in making room, creating flow, so we can align with these desires. So we're going to continue to get serious here. Let it out. Let it all out. We are not going to let you stand in the way of receiving again that which is ours by divine right. We have the right to live a life of with greater peace, joy, and contentment, because we know we're going to have all those other feelings. But we know that we are meant to have a greater theme of peace. Again, fulfillment. So we're making way for this in our lives. There'll always be the contrast, there'll always be struggles. But when our lives are balanced, we can so much more easily face those struggles. Okay, let's do a few more really. I just want you to give it all you got. Okay, so the angels are asking us to place our hands behind at the kidney level and to massage our kidneys. So we've got a little bit more to release. We need to go direct to the source here. And not only are we releasing from fear, but the impacts that fear has had on us. You know, those of us that are really feeling, and we get jump scared easily. It's a sign that we have experienced so much stress and a constant state of stress. So we're just going to let that go. Letting go of the negative impacts of stress. Sorry, I've got a kitty, and he's going to make some noise during our session. Little bits here and there. Okay. Wow. That feels so good. I hope you guys are feeling as good as I'm feeling right now. We're going to go back to massaging the abdomen. But what we're going to offer here, divine, we give ourselves to you. Let us feel how you feel today. I want you to breathe into the abdomen, allowing yourself to feel the way that divine feels. You can't help but put a smile on your face. We are so grateful, divine. Thank you for helping us today to feel as you feel and feel how you intended us to feel, not all the time, but as much as we can. We feel so good, so light, so free and joyful. Not because of any outer circumstances, but because of how we feel inside right now with you, divine. Help us to cultivate this feeling with you more and more throughout the year. Let us not withhold the good from ourselves when we can help it. Yes, there are some circumstances we don't have control over, but our state, we 100% do. Let's just take a few more deep breaths. Okay. Now I want you to take your hands, focusing on your desires that you've placed before you on the pyramid floor, and I want you to send this joy, this cosmic joy from your being in to your intentions, into your desires. isn't that a totally different feeling? Now, Sandalphon is going to come forward now. So, and you're going to feel this. So what we just did, we did some clearing, then we did some blessing, and now we're going to do some more clearing again. So, and a lot this year, you may, as a healer, as a light worker, feel the need to infuse healing in more first, and then do some clearing, and then do some healing again too. So I just wanted to mention that we're going to do a healing activation. But I wanted to mention that here now, just so you can see how the energies, we're seeing them work with the archangels and the expansive universe, with the masters. All right. Okay, so now Sandalphon is coming in. Now he's the angel of prayer, and he's also an angel of the Earth Star Chakra. Now, this is where we plant the seeds for our manifestation. This is a foundation for our physical embodiment in this life, and it's where our energy grid connects with the Earth's energy grid. Now, when you placed those intentions, they're actually sitting in your Earth Star chakra. So now Sandalphon is with us, and he's sending his brilliant white light into these intentions. Now, what he's purifying from are any time that we have sent negative energy unknowingly to these desires. We're going to cleanse and purify them. And let's just, everything has life. So let's think of our intentions as these little babies that need nourishment and love. Let us apologize for any negative energy we unwittingly, unknowingly sent their way. In the human realms, we've been taught, on the human plane, we've been taught to complain. People complain all the time. We've been taught that that's actually how you get what you want. But that's a really fighting way to get things, and it's always impermanent if it does work out that way. And think about how the world sees those who complain. It's okay to say if something's not right. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, what's really good. So let me talk about what you want to do, this is from Sandalphon, how we should handle complaints when we have them. It's okay to speak up and say when something's not right, but it's the energy behind it. If we've got all this anger and resentment and we're wanting to punish, that's harmful. It goes without saying, right? But if we're saying it to try to create a solution for everyone involved, that's a different story. If we're solution oriented, no problem. But a lot of people that complain, you'll notice that they actually, nothing, and this is the epitome of complaining, okay? So a lot of us, if we've ever been there, it's a rare occasion, but where you get to the point where you don't want a solution, you're just angry and you are lashing out. So that's one of the most, we all know it, we've been around it, and it's one of the most difficult energies to be around. So if you want to complain, do it from a place of, hey, let's figure out what we can do here, because this isn't working. Nothing wrong with that. And if you need to really get out some pent up negative emotion, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that that's not what we want to put out to others, and we don't want to do harm to another person. So let out those really raw emotions. Let them out, pen to paper, burn it. Burn it. Because you know what? Here's the truth, you guys. We all know this, but if we're that level of angry, with someone because they've harmed us, do they really care? And if they did care, they're not going to care if we come screaming at them. So you're doing yourself a favor by not just letting any emotion out anytime, anyway. But sometimes we're human. And again, okay, the other end of complaint, we often have been like, complaining is how we get along with it. It's like how we make a commonality. So many workplaces just thrive. They don't. I mean, it's like there's a lot of pain and struggle, but there's a lot of negative energy there that thrives off complaint. So there's complaints that we don't even realize that we're doing. So any complaints or any negative energy that we could have brought into these dreams and desires, whether it was our worry or our fears, we invite Archangel Sandalphon. We give him full permission to cleanse our desires from any of our lower negative energies that we put out towards them. Okay, so take some nice deep breaths. This brilliant white light is filling your dreams and desires and filling your Earth Star chakra, purifying your foundation. And the violet light is also coming in. It's coming in as spirals, transmuting any harsh energies, any lower energies into pure light. So think if you had a lot of worry, it's transforming into faith, complaint into gratitude, and etc. But just breathe in, feeling this energy being transmuted now. Okay. So we're just sending our love, our gratitude to these desires, our faith. Our loving kindness. We're sending loving kindness to our desires. Just think of them as small children now. They're growing, they're expanding. I saw some crawl right up into our laps or on our chests. This is a living being that you're bringing into the world, whether it's business or a home or opportunities in your career, whatever it is, love. It has a life, and we want to honor that life. We want to honor all life. And as we do, let's just send love to all that is. As we do this, the best of the world is drawn to us. That is meant for us. Okay, wow. Raphael is coming in now. And he's placing his hands on the front and the back of the forehead. And Mother Mary is coming in. She's placing her hands on the top of our heads. So what is happening now? We're getting our brain attuned to the positive frequencies that we've created today within our own consciousness. You have done this. You have transformed darkness into light. Thank you to Archangel Raphael and Mother Mary, to all the divine beings, to Sandalphon, Zadkiel, Amethyst, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, all the beings who have supported us today in bringing loving kindness to ourselves, loving kindness to the world, and into our manifestations. Now see them growing. Now they're transforming into flowers that are growing like the beanstalk. Growing. Taking us to new heights in our lives. Oh, wow. Feels so good. Let's just take a few more deep breaths and let's go back to rubbing the abdomen. We're going to let go of some more discordant energy that came up. We're just going to let it go. It's okay. It's not protecting us. It acts like it's protecting us, but it's really not. Okay. Now, Divine, once again, thank you for helping us to feel as you feel. We're willing to let go and let you in. It doesn't take very long. Instant smile on the face. You can keep rubbing the abdomen and inviting the divine into your emotional field. And there is a prayer that Sandalphon has chosen for us today. And this is out of, I love prayer books, by the way. This one in particular, it was really got it on a fluke, actually, but I love it. It's Sonia Choquette's Uplifting Prayers to Light the Way. And I found it so magical. It wasn't one that I would have first picked, but I love it. Okay, so it's called Adapting to New Things. Holy Mother and Father God, divine loving light and heart of the universe, we humbly ask for the healing power of your grace to help us become more flexible. Help us to ease any rigid ideas and resistant way of doing things, and welcome in the new ways as a way of learning and growing and making life easier. Please send in your angels to help us be more resilient, open-minded, and curious, so we can have more fun with new things instead of fearing them. We thank you in advance with our whole hearts and our souls for helping us regain joy. Amen, and with infinite gratitude. So, and it's not a surprise. Here we are. This was originally channeled with Saturday, the day of the violet flame involved, although we can obviously do this anytime. And it's the sacral chakra, the chakra of change and adaptability, as well as creativity, the pleasure center. So in order to manifest our desires, it would be a good idea for us to be more flexible. We've got to be willing to do our part. A lot of times when there's frustrations around a manifestation, we're asking the divine to do it one way. And we live in a sea of possibilities. So let us not ask for our desires to come one way. Let us invite them to come in the very best way. And our human self can't always picture that. And so that's where we invite the divine in. We are open and willing. We offer ourselves today to you, to the divine, as open and willing participants. We are flexible. We are flowing. Guide us, lead us into co-creating these desires with you under perfect divine orchestration and in divine timing. And so it is. We love you. Thank you. So just hold for a moment. Sit with us. Sit with the divine, who's keeping, I just can't help it, the smile on my face. Let's us imagine it. Imagine as if, what it would feel like if these desires had already come forth. Anchor yourself in this emotion right now. The angels of the violet flame are filling you with violet light. Imagine it, feel it, anchor it into your life, into your earth star. And make it simple. Make it simple, just one image. You don't have to walk yourself through all the different experiences. For me, I'm seeing myself on the land that I desire and myself spinning. Spinning with arms wide open. Okay, now if you need more time here, go ahead and pause. Otherwise, I'm just going to ask for us to do the next step, which is offer a prayer and a blessing for everyone who comes to this healing to have their desires unfold in the most magical way. Let's pray for each one of us, for our desires to unfold in the most magical way. We're going to let go and let God. We're getting out of the way right now. Each one of us. Praying for each other's joy, contentment, fulfillment, and peace. Praying for each other's actualization. And now let's extend it to the world. You can feel, I know you were here because you're sensitive to energy. Some of you may have felt this, some of it not, but you could feel a palpable shift between when we were doing it for each other and we've done all this amazing work. It was like, wow, everybody was receiving it. When we sent that blessing out to the world, it was definitely received, but there was a lot more heaviness blocking the reception of it. So you can feel the quality of our work together. And I just have to say, I love you so much. I know I could have maybe warned people this isn't like a meditation. Very active healing. And you'll probably see even more of this from me as I'm integrating. I don't, if you got this in the previous days, I talked about working with the meridians. Actually, during this session, we really did a big flushing of the meridian system. So anyways, I love you so much. So many of you have known me for more than a decade, and I'm just so grateful to have you in my life. And in those who are new, I'm so grateful to have you. Thank you so much.